guys, welcome to my woodwear series. I'm super excited about this series because it's basically going to be about any character, any group, any movie. We're going to talk about what those characters would wear. So I thought it was something a little bit fun, a little bit different. And if you're interested in hearing who we're talking about today, keep watching. Okay guys, so I have recently come across this Netflix series and it is called Pop Star Academy. So here is when the girls are training to become like K-pop idols, and their group is called Katseye. If you have not looked at this series, I definitely encourage you to check it out because it's so good. If you like K-pop, if you like dance, any of that stuff, I think you'll absolutely love the show. And the girls are selected for this group and it's called Katseye, okay? So I love it. I have listened to about 2 of their songs because I think that's all they have, like 2 singles. My favorite is Touch. My favorite is Touch so far because she's been so out of touch, 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 touch. I love that song. I love that song. And we're gonna talk about each girl today and what they would wear. So I wrote down little snippets about each of the girls, what I thought about their personalities, and what fragrance I would put them in. I have 3 fragrances for each girl, so let's go ahead and start with the first girl. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Sophia. So Sophia, I will show her up on the screen, and the words that I had for her were boss, mature, and strong-willed, okay? Like, boss, because if you check out this series, you will see she had to get one of the other girls together real quick. You know, she's definitely like a leader in the group, and I really loved her personality. So I put all of those words together and things that I thought about her and what she is in my mind, and I chose 3 different fragrances. So the first fragrance I chose for Miss Sophia is Liebe Intense. This is the Intense version. Once again, it's a lavender, beautiful boss, classy style fragrance, kind of powdery, but it's very mature as well. Not mature in like an old lady way, but just in a like established boss type of way. So this is Liebe. This is Liebe Intense by YSL. The next fragrance I chose for her is a little bit more on a little bit of like a sexy but bossy type of style, and this one is Keep Glazed by the House of Oud. So this one was a little bit fun. It's tropical, has that mango note, kind of reminds me of like a sticky mango, but it's also super sexy and delicious, and my husband thinks that this is a very like grown-up womanly type fragrance. So this is, what is this? This is Keep Glazed by the House of Oud. And then the last fragrance that I chose for Miss Sophia is on the unisex, more down the middle. It's a heavy citrus and it is very comparable to, oh goodness, what is that fragrance called? It's like a super known fragrance by Vibrato. What's in the green bottle again? Oh, I think it's called Vibrato. Oh Lord, it's called Vibrato. And this one is like the comparison one to it, and it's called Janoon Oud by Al Haramain. So it's a super sharp citrus, very strong, very bold, and I felt like if any girl could rock this fragrance, it would be Miss Sophia. So the next girl we have is Manon. So Manon, I have for her soft, beautiful, and an overcomer. If you do watch this series, which once again, I do encourage it. I binge watched it, got through it in like 2 days. She has a story that I feel like is very relatable, kind of comes off as a little bit like, like we're not really rocking with her at first because of, you know, her not showing whatever. You'll see it. Let me not spoil it. But she reminds me of a lot of people when they're not as confident, when they have, like, you know, kind of let the ego get in the way of the perfectionist type of thing, not being as good enough and all of those things. But she is gorgeous, soft, angelic, all the things. So we have 3 fragrances for her. I chose to go with first Dama Bianca. Dama Bianca is that beautiful citrus, angelic, vanilla, creamy fragrance, and I just imagine that she likes gourmand perfumes for some reason. I just feel like she is this Dama Bianca girl. The next fragrance I have for Miss Manon is Blanche Bête. So Blanche Bête is once again another kind of soft, ethereal type of perfume. Coconut, salted coconut milk is what I always say about this fragrance. But it's something kind of slightly floral to it, very soft, very pretty. Does really well in like cool weather as well as hot weather. So guys, this one, definitely. And it's so comforting too. It's like soft and comforting. Like whenever I smell this, I just feel comforted for some reason. And she just has this very whimsical, like ethereal type of charm to her. So Blanche Bête I definitely had to include for her. And then the last one for Miss Manon is Vanilla 28. Like I mentioned before, I feel like she's like a gourmand girly, and this is just a vanilla gourmand girlies staple. Vanilla 28, brown sugar. It just feels like her. So that is for Miss Manon. Okay, so the third girl we're going to talk about is Miss Daniella. So for Miss Daniella, I have spunky, fierce, and disciplined. The way I saw her in the show was just she's a trained dancer. She's been dancing since she was little. Her parents were dancers. So it's just like she exudes this like confident, bold, but disciplined nature about her. Like she's been in this field forever. She knows about the industry a bit. She knows what it's like to go to practice. She's trained dancer. So she definitely gave me that trained aspect, that disciplined aspect, but she's also, I believe she's Latina. She has this like spunky confidence about her. So for the first fragrance we have is something fun, and it is Magic Candy. I haven't talked about this yet on my channel, but I thought this was really perfect for her. This is like a casual, I just feel like this is Daniella in a bottle. I feel like this is cotton candy, magnetic candy. It's a candy forward, fun, just clearly cotton candy type of fragrance. Like this has, I don't know, maybe 2 notes or something, and cotton candy is what you get with this fragrance. It's very like straight to the point, so but fun as well. So definitely magnetic candy for Miss Daniella. And then we got into something a little bit more developed, but also that fun flair. And it is Leisure in Paradise by Simone Andreoli. So this one is like a cocktail. It's like you're on the beach sipping like some type of fruit cocktail, and it has this wood in the base that I believe it's like, I forgot if it's like is it like Bahamas wood, or it's something like that, but there's this woody kind of smoky texture to it, this smoky base that is so good. When I put this on my skin, it has that pineapple, those fruits burst out of it, but it also has that really beautiful like smoked pineapple woody texture. And I don't know, this feels like her too. It feels like her, but a little bit older, like a little bit like out. She's got on a dress and she's feeling good, and she's feeling like, you know, a little bit grown up. So this definitely spoke Daniella to me. And then the last fragrance I have for Miss Daniella is none other than L'Interdit. This is L'Interdit Rouge, I believe. I don't see it on the bottle, but I believe this is Rouge. And this is giving spicy, berry, you know, like, you know, that's what it's giving to me. And it just, I don't know, this feels like Daniella at night. This feels like her, like, sexy Daniella that's here to, like, you know, like, she's giving rare, she's giving that type of thing. So definitely from Miss Daniella. Okay, so the next girl we have, number 4, is Miss Yoonchae, and I want to make sure I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but Miss Yoonchae, I believe. And the words I have for her are bubbly, youthful, and vibrant. So here, I believe she was one of the girls that came in later on in the program, but she definitely stood out. I believe she's the youngest, don't quote me, in the group that we have right now. She's like one of the youngest, and she exudes that. She's very feminine and bubbly and just seems really nice and sweet. So I have 3 fragrances for her. First, we have Maui in a bottle, and y'all know, if you have been on my channel, you know how much I love this fragrance. Like, I die for this. This needs to be 100 ml. This is sweet banana. This is sweet banana, floral, just gourmand, but like this floral gourmand. And it's playful, it's bubbly, but it's also like just so good. I don't know, just so good. I love this fragrance, and it really reminds me of that kind of playful type of nature. So this one is Maui in a bottle. And then we're gonna get into the next fragrance. I felt youth from Yoonchae, and that's why I included this fragrance. This is a knob. So a knob, it is not the most mature fragrance. It definitely smells more youthful, which is why I put it in her category, because she feels like super like youthful and fun and vibrant and playful to me. But this one is like kiwi, there's white chocolate in here, so it is a fruity, gourmand, candy-ish type of fragrance. It's so fun. I love spraying it. I like to spray it at night, to bed, but definitely fresh, but also fruity and also sweet. And then the last one I have for Miss Yoonchae is Angel Soiree. So this one is the soft feminine, or like that feminine playful part that I get from Yoonchae. And this is lychee, this is marshmallow, this is rose, and it's done in a more, I don't want to say youthful, but I definitely see this for girls that are like in their 20s, maybe early 20s or so, still trying to like figure life out, have a good time, but just want to smell good on a daily basis. Nothing too jarring, nothing too, you know, polarizing or anything like that. It's just a very welcoming and inviting, playful type of fragrance. Why did I just look at it like that? So this is Angel Soiree by, who is this by? Le Monde Gourmand. Okay, so number 5 on the list, we have Miss Laura, and I die for Miss Laura. I feel like, honestly, I love all the girls, especially after watching that show and getting their like characters and seeing how hard they worked and everything. I love all the girls. I love their music. I love the visuals. I love the whole thing. But Miss Laura, to me, like, I just feel like she's my girl. Like, I just like her vibe. I love, let me get into the words I have about Miss Laura, okay? Confident, self-aware, and beaming personality. Like, this girl is just so, like, she just knows herself. It just seems like she has this confident nature, and she is Indian, and she talks about how her parents and her mom really never dimmed their light when it came to their culture. Like, they always stood out with their culture. They, you know, just rock their culture very confidently, and she exudes that. Like, she loves her culture, and I love that about her. So let's get into the fragrances for Miss Laura. First, we have something, listen, these are some bold fragrances because I feel like she can carry them. And this one is Hibiscus Mahajad by Maison Crivelli. So this one is your hibiscus, rose, peppermint, just strong fragrance. This is strong. This is beast mode. This is so incredibly strong, but I feel like she could rock this. It's also a little bit more adult. I believe she is one of the oldest. I think they're all like, most of them are in their 20s or whatnot. I think she's like 21 or something like that, but it's a little bit more grown up, but I feel like she could carry this fragrance. Then the next one we have is, it's all in the name for me. It's all in the name. This is I Am Her by Forever Mood. This is your red velvet oud, sexy, sensual fragrance, because she definitely has that. Like, Miss Laura loves a sensual vibe. She loves it. They even told her that she had to like take it down a little bit because she loves, like, she's just she expresses a lot. And I love that. This is definitely sexy, womanly, as well as feminine and sweet. And then the last fragrance I have for Miss Laura is Pas Ce Soir, the extrait version. Y'all, this is a sexy fragrance. This is a sexy fragrance. I've said it a million times, and it is a bold coffee, ginger, patchouli, bubbly fragrance, but this one is a lot more heavy. I feel like on the coffee and patchouli, the original didn't have coffee in it. This one does, and I do believe it's heavier on the patchouli. And you gotta be a strong girl to rock some heavy patchouli, because patchouli is just not everyone's cup of tea. Some people will get that in here right away and just feel like, no, it's too much patchouli for me. But I believe Miss Laura could definitely rock this, especially like at night, dinner, cute outfit, like the way she puts it together and everything. Like, y'all need to go look at Miss Laura. Like, she could definitely rock this fragrance. And then last but definitely not least, we have my girl Meagan. And Meagan I described as it girl, talented, and also the girl next door. So Meagan, to me in the show, I saw her just like rise. Like, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to Meagan at first, but she was making these huge like steps, and she was becoming like, her facials were it, her dance moves were it, her singing became it. She just started to become that girl and started to like really stand out. So her ceiling is really high, and I feel like she's gonna continue to grow, especially right now being so young. So the first fragrance I have for Miss Meagan, I'm gonna go with Eilish by Billie Eilish. So this one is your orange chocolate, kind of spiced cacao powdery type of fragrance. And I put this for Meagan because to me this gives me a little bit of relatable kind of girl next door vibes. I do also see Meagan as like younger. She has like a younger vibe to her, so it feels like this is still grounded in youth, and it's not too grown up or anything like that. It's fun because it's a gourmand and it smells like something sweet and tasty and cakey and stuff, but also it's a little bit more rounded out and developed. So this is why I chose Eilish for Meagan. And then the next one I chose for Meagan is another it girl fragrance, and I couldn't not include this one. This is Burberry Her by obviously Burberry. This is like a strawberry, fizzy, feminine, girly fragrance. I'll definitely say feminine and girly at the same time because it is, I want to say, teen to early 20s type of vibe. It's not super womanly, it's not super youthful. There's definitely something in there to kind of balance that out, but it is a very it girl fragrance. Like a girl in high school, a girl like early in college, this would be her fragrance. And then the last one I have for Miss Meagan is one of my favorites in my collection, will be here forever. You guys have seen it, heard it, listen, this is just me, okay? And this is Delina exclusive, okay? So this is just that girl. She's an it girl, and she has so much farther to grow. You can just see, like I said, her ceiling is so high. This is that beautiful floral, vanilla, rose, just compliment getting, and the girl that wears this is just the it girl. I definitely see this for Meagan. Okay guys, so that is going to be the end of today's video. I had so much fun filming this video. If you have not checked out their new song Touch, please do so. If you have not seen the Academy, what is it called again? My gosh, I always forget these things. I think it's the Popular Academy. If you have not seen their show on Netflix, I encourage you to check it out. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me which girl is your favorite, if you have a favorite, and if you have seen them perform or whatnot. And also let me know down below what woodwear you would like to see next. Like I said, this can be movies, characters, books, I don't know. I'll look into it and we can kind of play around with those types of things. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon. Bye.